guys, Marvel Fan 45 here, and before we get into this review, I want to shout out the Gray Man. He's the reason I rewatched this movie, and I'm super glad I did. But he's a comic book channel. I believe this is one of his favorite films, actually. And yeah, he's just a really nice guy. Go check him out. I'll put his link in the description and the comments. But yeah, let's get into the review. Braindead was released in 1992, directed by Peter Jackson, and its second title is also Dead Alive. Not to be confused with the Takashi Miike movie I'm buying, but it's mostly known by Braindead. But yeah, I don't know anyone who stars in this movie. They're mostly New Zealand actors, so there's a really interesting feel to New Zealand movies, though. They have this great sense of humor. They're sort of like British comedies. So, like, most famous example would be Edgar Wright, Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, World's End, which is my favorite because it's so insane. But yeah, this film's plot is basically a rat monkey from somewhere in Australia comes to this zoo, and it has a zombie infection, and two people are falling in love while this infection is beginning, I guess. The plot's a bit tough to explain because the movie's a bit tough to explain. But yeah, it's a dark comedy. Well, I mean, it's a horror movie and a dark comedy. It's both at times, especially during some very specific scenes. But, like, if you know Peter Jackson, he directed They Shall Never Grow Old and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And I'm never going to review the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but this movie is so good. So this movie has one of the goriest endings in any movie you will ever see. With a lawnmower. That's why you have to watch it uncut. What a specific character does in the ending is just... I literally started laughing as soon as it started to end, beginning to end. And yeah, I figured I'd add on something since we usually go over acting, direction, and all that. So whenever we do horror movies, I'm going to talk about the effects. I rarely talk about effects in movies because they don't matter as much to me. But yeah, the effects in Braindead are amazing, especially the scene where the lady from the association, I forgot what association it was, comes over to the house, and the mom eats the specific thing on her plate. Once again, I'm trying to be as vague as possible because if you haven't seen Braindead, you're seriously missing out. But yeah, the special effects are actually really good. Like, the special effects are insanely good, especially in the ending again. And also, some of the best movie quotes just ever. Like, this movie is almost as quotable as Army of Darkness and The Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. I would say those are more quotable. I mean, I could quote those off the top of my head right now, like, this is my boomstick. But yeah, we're not talking about The Evil Dead right now. I may review those eventually. But yeah, this film... special effects are amazing, especially in the ending party scene. It may have the longest gore scene. Like, it goes on for 30 minutes maybe, when everything just breaks loose. When everything goes haywire, it goes on for like 10 to 20 minutes, and it doesn't drag because everything so insane is happening at once. And then, yeah, the effects are great. The script is hilarious. The acting's interesting. The guy who plays, what's his name? Peter, the guy the main guy basically is great. He fits his role pretty well. But yeah, then the direction is actually really interesting. The direction is out there. It's the only thing I could really compare it to is Tetsuo, where the camera's moving super fast and super slow at times. But then, yeah, the camera work's interesting. It really shows how Peter Jackson's camera work evolved from like Braindead to Lord of the Rings. It's just interesting. But yeah, I love Braindead. Rated it 5 out of 5 stars on Letterboxd. Love this movie. Check out The Gray Man and stay safe, stay quarantined, and have a good day.